Everyone, welcome to the preview stream for the Expert DBBR 101 on Kassel Gameplay Pack with me, Jan, the community manager, as well as Lukas and Fabian, also known as Foop. Say hello, you two.
Hi.
We forgot to put his name on the thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we only had have a two-person layout thing, and it was a bit last second. This one's on me. I'm sorry. But yeah, tonight we're looking at the gameplay pack for the Expert DBBR 101, which adds a lot of new, cool.
Let me
tech.
increase the volume. 1 second. Okay.
I can also start.
It should be better now.
Is it better now? Okay. Good thing I didn't start screaming into the mic to compensate. Yes, we're looking at the scenarios for the gameplay pack for the Expert DBBR 101. Before we get started, as always, a little bit of admin. Right now, you can save some money on the PlayStation Summer Sale with DLC for up to 90% off, as well as the Xbox Ultimate Games Sale, which runs until tomorrow, which also has the core game for up to 80% off. But yeah, let's talk about the gameplay pack, which is very special. It has a lot new dynamic features. What is it that we wanted to look at first? The scenario list.
How do we want to do this? Foop, do you want to talk a bit first, or just say who you are, what you do?
Yeah, I can introduce myself to the audience here on the TSW channel now. I just came over from a different German preview stream for the same DLC. I'm involved with this gameplay pack, as well as already the Expert 101, the initial local DLC. This gameplay pack is for. And some people might already know me because I've been active in the community and through modding, and that's also how I found my way into building official DLCs as a third party now.
Yes.
Yep.
And today we're looking at the 101 Expert. We always wanted to do a gameplay pack for it, or give it some more to do, and actually use those expert features actually in scenarios and also timetable. So and that's where we're gonna start now, right?
Yeah. We can sniff around the menu a little bit before we get into the first scenario. If you just go onto
show that. Yeah, here we are.
Just now, of course, Kassel that's the route this game pack is for. It's got a new timetable. Oh, okay, scenarios.
Sorry for interrupting, Foop. You need to switch scenes, Lucas.
I have.
We're still on the camera. Have you?
Yeah, just a little late.
Oh. Okay, the delay on YouTube is really...
Yeah, the delay today is really long. I don't know why.
I'm sorry. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, let's start with the scenarios then. 5 scenarios, all a bit more advanced than the usual scenarios we see in TSW, as well as already the scenarios that were included with the initial Expert 101 DLC. These ones are all voiced, all make use of the GSMR, or one even has a written order you need to fill out. And less playful scenarios, you could even say, because they're all a bit more serious what might happen on the real railway as well. The diversion scenario is like probably the most playful one, where you have tracks ripped out a bit, like you can see on the preview screenshot. But otherwise, yeah, it's trying to be a bit more realistic than what we usually see in TSW. And yeah, as a first introduction, first thing to show off, I'd say, even though we don't have the 2 hours to play the entire scenario. The startup rescue scenario would be quite neat because actually 2 scenarios feature a cold and dark startup. Yeah, this one is I think pretty nice for showing that off.
Okay, quickly, okay, I'll start the thing, and then I think we need to adjust the audio a bit for in-game. A second, but let's go from here.
Today you have got a special task. Between Kirchheim and Mülheim, Intercity 1174 stranded en route, which you have been tasked with towing away. Prepare the rescue loco and drive to Kirchheim as LZ 99983. You will receive further details there. And an important note, even though going 200 km per hour as a light loco is enticing, this is not permitted by regulations. Due to insufficient brake power, the LZB must not be enabled if a consist coaches contain less than 4 active air brakes. Your max speed is limited to 140 km per hour for the same reason.
Yeah, stream audio seems, game audio seems pretty well balanced.
Okay.
Yep.
I really like the voiceover intro.
We're in Würzburg, and let's start up. So this is a code loco, right? So we need to fully enable it. And we start. Actually, let me make my mouse a bit slower so that I'm not as fast with it. Okay. So battery on.
It's apparently still a bit quiet, according to chat.
Okay, let me.
But
I can put it up a bit. It's fine.
I think the stream in general though is a bit quiet. Not sure.
I'm not sure what I can do about that because it's on max. So
in OBS, it's in max. Huh.
Okay. Let's enable the headlights and disable.
Cold and dark startups actually also wouldn't say featured, just featured one time in timetable mode as well. There is one service where you need to start the loco unguided. So if you ever need a refresher, like just playing the start of this scenario is a pretty good idea for that.
Yeah. Okay, turn this on.
So while we're starting up this loco, do you want to talk what makes this DLC special overall? We're going to go into the different scenarios, but like as a general, this is the first time that we have dynamic scenarios. Correct? Is that something you can elaborate on a little bit?
Yeah, generally the idea is just that they are, like I said, a lot more focused on things that happen in reality as opposed to just providing a fun experience. So thinking about the target player group that would buy an expert DLC, they very well might have an interest in some of that stuff, even if it means driving for a lower speed for a while, or like extended periods of time, not just like 1 minute or something, and then they actually need to start up again. But like actually, you need to suffer a bit like the real driver and stuff.
They wish us a good journey. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a very nice maintenance team. As well as like alongside the scenarios, you also get the new timetable, which also had a lot of love put into it. Like it was 3 to 4 months of work actually that was put into the timetable. Where this isn't just like based on the old Kassel Würzburg timetable, where the 101 expert actually already substitutes. So like if you don't have any interest in this pack, it's not like you can't drive the 101 on there. It's just that the timetable that's included here is a lot more focused on the 101 expert and offers a lot more gameplay for it. 20 more services than were initially available, just because we picked a different year. The scenarios with one outlier and the timetable both play in 2018. So that was like basically like the peak year for intercity services on this route. And also there's been some tuning done to make sure that it's not just put AFB to max and nothing happens. There's also some adverse signaling in the normal timetable. So I hope this offers an interesting experience, a new place for the old, like it's already been out for a while, the 101 expert and the cap car, a new place to stretch its legs and do some high-speed stuff, because Kassel-Würzburg, of course, is like the highest speed German route that we have. Basically, that's the long stretch. That's where the 101 can feel at home.
And where it can actually still drive, right? Because, for example, Köln-Frankfurt it can't. It's a bit sad. I mean, in real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I see we just did a brake test.
We're now we basically we waited for the compressor to load up the reservoir, and now we're doing the brake test. So we did frenetic now, and now we're changing to real.
Is that something we've done in the game before? Because I can't remember.
Yes. Not in this kind of not to this extent, but brake tests we have done. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just not very often that we actually started fully from cold and dark. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So now we're testing the direct brake after we did the main brake. Rotor works. That is good. And just for people who don't actually know, at the start of a journey, or like once every 24 hours for S-Bahn trains, they do this all the time, like a driver. So this is actually very normal. Waiting for the test to conclude.
One thing that's implemented is if I think everyone knows the expert toggle in the settings that is used by 101 and Capcar to enable the fault simulation by default and similar stuff. It also slightly affects the scenario, so actually if you have that on, it will prompt you to turn on CIFA, but it doesn't if you have it off. It's like a little thing. So even though, of course, we are aiming for realism, we're still letting the players who don't like CIFA, for example, still enjoy this DLC.
Okay, now we apply the brake so we can release the parking brake. And now we need to set up the GSMR. This is actually the first time we have a proper tutorial in game for it, I guess. So we wanna enter our train number 91183. Then we press OK. Register.
And here on the top left, you can also see a decision like that was made here. Sometimes, like here, where it just says enter the train data for a light loco run, we felt like it was appropriate to have players, because this is again an expert DLC. The people who already bought the original DLC are likely to be interested in actually having to do some stuff on their own. So there's only lightly guided. It just tells you that you need the data for a light loco run, but it doesn't just give you the data. So you need to think a bit. And yeah, Lukas already looked at the table.
Yeah, so we got
here.
Basically, this is a bit annoying that this is not localized, but so you might need to localize it yourself or ask people, but basically the bottom one is light loco, so Triebfahrzeugfahrt, and then we know it's 9, so we already have 9, 13, because that's the brake power we are 20 meters long, so 0.2, and our maximum is 200. Then we press subtract.
I fell for my trap that I
What?
put there. You were adjusting audio instead of listening to the intro.
Crap.
If you go on the
it's
pause menu,
140.
you can-
Yeah, it's 140. The intro.
You can go in the pause menu so people actually know what the trap was. Because they might also have missed it. In the message log, it has the voice line.
Yeah, and we isolate ESRB. And then we ask the signaler to send us off.
And here you will also notice again GSMR gets used and also has voice lines.
FDL Würzburg.
Morning, here driver of the tow truck on track 455. I'm ready to shut and then depart as train 99983.
One shunt and depart as 99983.
Correct.
I'll set you up then to 027 India. You can change direction in front of 027 India and then depart behind IC 1086.
Gotcha, thanks.
No problem, see ya.
Bye.
Love that. So good. I love the touch with the filter over the audio for the FTL. Very nice.
Yeah, and now we release the brake and we can start shunting. Look outside, but it's fine.
Must have been a very young FTL though, because he sounded too enthusiastic.
Oh, trust me, in other scenarios, they are less enthusiastic.
Okay, cool. Because from my experience, they always sound like, "Ja, was, Fahrdienstleiter? Ja, ist recht, was." That's usually the audio like, you get from. Maybe that's just a Vienna thing though. I don't know.
Okay. We locked it. Put the picture running. Can step over. Oh.
Also, as you can see, like with the AI traffic, there's also the same layers which exist in Timetable mode also apply to the scenarios. So you have an 425 next to you right now and an ICT standing in the platform. So there
If
is
you
some
own
traffic there.
The,
Yeah, exactly. That's layered. 425 is from Bremen Oldenburg, and 411 from Frankfurt Fulda.
Okay, we are allowed to go. Oh crap! I forgot to. Yeah,
That was a very short ride.
I forgot the piece of the.
I would have loved to actually also have like the entire script of now you call the FDL and stuff, but that was a bit overkill. Like also like some of the actions, like the randomize ESRB transmission fault you get in timetable mode. I would love to also have the FDL interaction, the signal interaction there, but that's just not feasible to record or the voiceover for that, or like write some script that's generic enough.
Oh,
so
crap.
that's why. Yeah. That was not the correct button, Lucas.
You really are a very good replacement for Matt, I gotta say.
Whoopsie.
For anyone wondering, by the way, Matt is on a very well-deserved break at the moment. He's on vacation, so that's why it's the three of us tonight. And Lukas is driving very well, I have to say.
Yeah, this thing accelerates so quickly when there's no train behind it. Yeah, I am a Betriebsgefahr, that's correct. We have a main signal now, so we are off.
Yeah, like I said, it really is fun to just have the light loco runs, so like also just throttle full forward and then shoot down the high speed line.
And no ESRB because we isolated that.
Yep, that's the thing that was enforced in 2018. So no ESRB if you were just a single loco. When we look at the timetable later, you will also see there was a request from the community. It was feedback we got that the timetables in their service description now also list the train data, and you will also sometimes then see there no ESRB operation. It's also noted there, and if you spawn in, it will actually have ESRB disabled for you already.
So we're talking about timetable. Looking at your very handy note, thank you again for that, Fu. There's 166 playable services on this.
Yep, correct.
Roughly 2,500 AI services. It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
41 expert stock services.
A lot of the AI traffic comes from new freight trains that have been added. Würzburg is especially busy now. If you look at real-life photos, you basically always see some freight train standing in a siding, often multiple, and that's also the way it is in TSW now. Würzburg has a lot of AI freight traffic, and the station feels really alive, especially with the layers. There's 15 AI layers. Basically, I mean, the DLCs, I can list them off quickly. That's Bremen-Oldenburg gives you 4 to 5. Köln-Aachen gives you a 4 to 2, which is stand-in for the Flirt 1 services that go between Kassel and Fulda. 612, that's also for Würzburg, that's from Dresden-Chemnitz. There's also one layer that's big 6 to 8 and 642, so that's Niddertalbahn. But if you own the Maintalbahn that has the 642, that substitutes in to the 6 to 8 services. They run around Kassel as well. Then there's 155, and Bremen-Oldenburg also gives some more freight stuff. The 218 also from TSG, that's also some RB4 services as AI. It's also, I think, only around Kassel. 642, there's Maintalbahn again. It's, I think, around Fulda mainly. There are also stand-in for other vehicles. Then Frankfurt Fulda we already mentioned with the ICT, but also the 114 appears from Frankfurt Fulda and Fulda. And the 111 from Mannheim Kaiserslautern that can be seen in Fulda as well. And there's some more freight AI around Kassel that comes from Dresden Riesa, as well as some freight services that get enabled from by the Dresden Riesa ZA CNS wagons. Those are also playable. The other ones I listed were AI. Also playable from Rem Oldenburg, some PBZ, that's like empty coaches, broken coaches, whatever needs to go from place to place as an empty stock. Services, 5 of them, they were pulled by the 101. They use both like the IC coaches from the Expert 101 itself, the Dosto that are included with Kassel, Würzburg, as well as the N-Wagen from Rem Oldenburg actually, so you need Rem Oldenburg for those. It's randomized, like which coaches exactly are on those services, or if they're like the brakes are broken even on the expert ones, so you need to be careful. And if you don't release the brakes manually, you'll have constant braking wagon pulled along. I will not make the workshop happy. Then they won't put then they won't wish you a good journey anymore in the display.
I actually need to at the start. What did it tell us?
Escape. You need to look at
we need to press escape, yes.
message log.
Yes.
Yeah.
Between Kirchheim
That's
and
the
Mannheim.
second message, is the one about the speed.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know where the breakdown actually is, but it's
it's quite a bit. There maybe haven't paid attention. How long has the stream been going? Yeah, around 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The scenario around 20 minutes. That's about because this is a 2-hour scenario. That's the one you will want to play if you want to see the written order that has been I've seen in screenshots in the Dove to Life article and stuff that you have to fill out. That is this scenario, but it's quite a ways away. It's still like probably an app driving. This is the longest one, the 2-hour scenario. That's also why we're going to cut it short, because otherwise we won't be seeing anything else tonight. And I think 20 minutes in is a good point to do this, because we are around 20 minutes in.
You want to know how this continues? You can play it yourself. I'm sorry.
I mean, also, where's the fun in spoiling everything?
Yeah. Okay, then we
can
go and look at the next. Actually, let's look at the menu stuff first for the timetable, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because now we're moving on to timetable.
While we're loading, you can pick up this DLC starting tomorrow for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, so that's Steam, for €9.99, £7.99, or $9.99. But yeah, let's take a look at the menu.
So yeah, and then we go on to 101 Expert.
Yep.
Got all the versions that we have.
Yeah, that was the recent free update that we released. That also added the new Einzig Anders, the Railbow 101.
And here you can see more info, no ESRB operation.
Yep.
Train length, the stuff you need to enter into the PCB computer.
It's also not just for the 101 services and Kepka, also for freight services, because even though you don't enter the data there, that's still very good to know for the people who want to realistically drive them.
Yeah.
like setting PZB mode, you can still use that data.
Okay. Well, you go through. Yeah, you guide me through.
Yeah, I would actually start one of the PBZ services again. That actually involves some shunting now on timetable mode.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the 101. And then search for 2486. And then just pick the first one. And actually, weather, do custom, set it to June. So we have some sun actually, and then, I don't know, put on some clouds, and then that's good. You might have seen at the last two layers, the playable ones I haven't mentioned yet. Those were the green Flix train Vectron that has 2 services, and the 103 T in the TE livery. You actually need both the left Rhine DOC where the 103 comes from, as well as Mittenwaldbahn, because it uses those coaches. There's also 2 services in each direction.
Yeah, we're now on the timetable, just for anybody.
Yep. You also see the top left now. It actually says wait for 3 minutes. It was also actually like a month ago or something. We did a survey on the DTG forum where we just asked what people would like, and with 3 minute setup time was the winner. So now we have 3 minutes for everything with the 101 and cap car in this DLC.
This is already set up, right? Yeah.
Mostly. I mean, train data you don't want to enter anyway because you're shunting. You can just throw in the PZB Indusi Störschalter fault isolation, just so it doesn't bother you because you're allowed to do that. No, just the normal Störschalter, not turn it off completely. Right side.
Right side.
Yep, that's enough. And then do your usual setup lights and stuff that's still missing, and enter the train number in the GSMR, because of course this is timetable mode now. You're unguided. It's just a little bit of help you get in the scenarios, and of course always the manual. We'll also receive an updated version soon. It's almost done. It's really close.
2486. Mark is asking, will there be an expert loco in DSW6? Yes, there will. More news on that soon.
With how well received the Expert 101 was, it would be silly not to more of them. So
I think you'll need to wait less than a month for more information. So
on TSW6
and on the Expert logo.
Uh-huh.
These two.
Yeah, because it's also like the one, because of how well the 101 Expert was received. We're hoping that the people who really enjoyed the expert part of this also are also interested in this DLC, which just offers more gameplay for it. This is also like part of the reason why there's no the loco itself isn't included, just because like if people already own it and then buy it twice again, like because like I said, it was well received, a lot of people bought it, so would be silly to have it twice and drive up the price because of the gameplay pack, because we're giving the 101 Expert away with it. That will of course drive up the price of the gameplay pack, and this way it's just like what was it, €9.99 for in euros. Jan,
I think it's $7.99 in pounds and $9.99 in dollars.
Yeah.
What did I forget? Ah, yes.
Reverse, yes. You may also want to turn on the lights at the rear if you're pulling away from the dust door.
if you read the Dovetail Live article about this release, you might have seen that there's a scenario that begins with a dynamic camera movement. So it's something you want to show or talk about? Because what does that mean? What means dynamic camera movement?
We actually started the German stream with that scenario. I mean, if I'm allowed to do some advertisements, I will name the channel.
Yeah,
you can look for Trains and Play on YouTube, and the live stream that was right before, like also today, right before the Dovetail one. This stream should be watchable, and in the beginning we started that set scenario with the camera movement. That's the interference scenario. Also intentionally the first one in the journey mode, so it gives you a nice camera pan the AI is already driving the 101 for you. It's you took it over from another stop outside the route, and it's coming in, and even though such camera movements technically already existed in TSW, they disappeared in TSW 2020, I think. It's like just for the introduction of the gameplay pack. Basically, if you like journey mode, it's one nice camera movement that pans around in the arriving train, and then has a view as the rain hits the windshield. It's just a neat little thing. And yeah, that's also like a little gimmick we advertised in the article.
Very nice. Another feature of this gameplay pack are dynamic changes in like the environment, including, I hope I'm not spoiling too much, some of the track being ripped out for construction work, or engineering works, as it's called in the article.
Don't worry about spoiling that, because that scenario is what you see on the key art of the DLC. That's the little bit, it's on a bridge where like the track got ripped out because they possibly noticed something wrong with it, or need to look under the track to inspect something further. I mean, you're just a driver, you're driving past, doesn't need to be that deep of a lore reason for that. But yeah, there are changes to environment in the scenarios with like the scenario overlays. You might know them from, like, for example, on Birmingham Cross City, like one scenario had like cows at the station or something, but here we used it for stuff like track disappearing, or just so as more variance, like sometimes there are just more people at the platform doing specific stuff. Just some eye candy for you. But these are also important to note just for the scenarios. Like this won't affect timetable mode. There won't be any of those changes. Some of them are also like just little scenery upgrades. They're basically there because I got sort of distracted. I put up some road signs, for example, in Würzburg, but those are, like, again, just for the scenarios. Some eye candy.
Being a real driver is exhausting.
Well, at least you're not doing this for 16 hours a day. So.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Okay, we got a red signal.
Yeah, you can use the GSMR and give the signal a call and ask what's up.
True.
Ja, Kollege, du darfst auf besonderen Auftrag weiterfahren. Bis denne.
You're rolling.
No. Oh, we got a shunting signal. That's nice.
Yep. Those are still the normal calls that are not from the gameplay pack. Like this was like already a feature. In Timetable mode, you could use the signaler button to get a voice line, and then it acts the same way as if you press tab and press on the contact signaler button.
Yeah, then the new William, who also does simulations for these logos, he he did quite a lot of work on this timetable. Added lots of fun little features, lots of little train moves. So it's yeah, it might seem similar to the original timetable, but it's actually first of all, it's a different year, so the timetable is radically different, and there's lots of extra added stuff, lots of AI. It's quite fun. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, he really wanted to make sure that it's gives the one-on-one a reason to be driven on here, like have the normal timetable mode already be fun. Like I mentioned, the little the tuning he did to make the adverse signaling appear more often.
Yep.
And stuff like that, and also the special moves you mentioned, like the one we're doing right now, we actually have to do some shunting. Yeah, the timetable got lots of love. That was he told me he worked 3 to 4 months on it.
Yeah.
And it was also like the timetable is what started this DLC anyway in the first place. Because usually, you know, you've seen the free timetable, expert timetables we've had in the 101 expert that are always a copy of the normal existing timetable of the route, and then with formation swapped out in a way that substitution couldn't. So it technically, like for technical reasons, it needs to be a separate timetable, but it's still very similar to the original one, and this one was made from scratch. Like while of course the ICE gameplay will be similar, those are also of course drivable, those still exist, but it's still a labor of love. A lot of work was put into it, building it from scratch.
Oh, that's a bit fast.
Survive.
At least the car was empty. So, yeah.
Well, in theory, now both would need to go for inspection, but
yeah, you probably have a like hard impact. Like what is that? Negative 250 action points.
in TSW we don't have time for that. Our workshop teams have no time for this. Come on.
If you were a shunter,
No.
you
I'm
would have
doing
been
terribly right now, I'm sorry. Let me break this properly, yeah.
lock in. You got this.
Am I still too far?
I mean, the buffer's on a touching. That's a bit far, yeah.
Yeah, sure. In the next DLC, we'll add expert whiplash just for Lukas.
The more often you do it, the more like sway you get, because the driver gets more nauseated. Come on. Okay, I'm
Lukas.
okay.
Okay.
I'm having fun, okay? That's what these games are about, right? No?
At least there's no shunter like standing on the side looking at you judgmentally.
Also, Lukas, you can hang up the signaler call that's still going because on the 0.
Bye.
For $20, I won't tell Maddie that you drove like this.
No, I once was with a driver, and he like spoke with the signaler for 20 minutes, having a fun conversation. So I think this is very normal.
Actually, regarding that, we did do a more light-hearted tone for the signaler calls. Because in Germany, I've been told from beta testers, because we have a lot of British beta testers who also are interested in German stuff, that they were surprised that this was allowed. But yeah, it's in Germany we always say railway is a family, and have a bit more casual tone.
Which is also very nice for us, because actually lots of railway people, at least when we go record trains, so when we go and record audio, they welcome us, because they kind of see us as part of the family, because we bring lots of people who then want to work on the railway. So it's actually it's quite nice that it is this way in Germany. Didn't I? Release? Unlocked?
Unlocked.
Released? We should be able. Oh no, it's coming. I think I put the reverser forward and didn't reset the throttle.
Störung, 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 Störung.
So going through our Q&A thread on our forums, I can see that William has already done the Lord's work and answered most of the questions in very much detail. So thank you for that. If you're watching, one of the questions though that I've seen across the board generally is obviously we are releasing this for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam, but not Epic. I can talk about that real quick. The short answer for why this is not being released on Epic is that the Epic build had some issues that the other builds didn't have, and if we would have a split release, so release it now for the other platforms and later if we would have released the DLC later for it, it would have pushed it past behind CSW6, just because we're very busy with
making
that
new builds and then getting them certified takes time, so
yeah,
it would have taken too long basically. And
so we're still looking at releasing this for Epic Games at the moment. No promises right now, but we were focusing on getting it out for the consoles, for the platforms that it was stable on.
Yeah, since the inception of the DLC, basically was always planned to have it released around this time, and any delay would have, as mentioned, pushed it way past TSW6.
It's obviously not ideal. It's not what we wanted. It's not what you guys want, of course. But I think this approach is the best middle way. I don't want to say best because obviously it's not a good solution, but it's what the best we could have done in this short notice.
Yeah, and TSC will make sure that at least we will argue hard for it to be released on Epic as soon as possible.
Because obviously it's in everyone's best interest for it to be released on as many platforms as possible.
Yeah. Oh, we cut into that.
Yeah, you just want to pretend to go in the 3 camera and just pretend that you have shunting helper. What do you call it in English? Guy at the back.
Got no clue what's that in English.
It would just be a shunter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but what's Rangierführer?
Senior shunter?
No. Like in Germany, they don't need to be able to drive trains. They can just help with shunting.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they will stand on the back and then go like, oh, actually, those voice lines also heard in this DLC, but in a different scenario. Like, say things like 3 coaches, 2 coaches, 1 coaches, 10 meters, 5 meters, 3 meters, and stop. Like that stuff.
Yeah, it's the same in Austria, but it would just be like a shunter that would do that. Would stand in the back, and then over radio tell the driver. I didn't know there was like a special role in that.
I mean, we have
I
fancy.
hope these junctions are all aligned. Oh, they align themselves. Nice. Okay.
Actually have quite the fancy names for like a train driver now and stuff. We have Eisenbahner im Betriebsdienst Fachrichtung Lokführer Transport for just train driver. I love it.
That's so German.
I
Yeah, but don't tell the signalers how they're called now. They hate that.
Yeah, they actually do.
The Zugverkehrssteuerer.
That's awful.
Vom Fahrdienstleiter zu Zugverkehrssteuerer is sad.
Yeah, that's.
It only seems like DB has something against the word Fahrdienst because like a bunch of like local operators, like metro operators, still always use that word. No, I don't know.
My God.
See, you can do it.
But it's no fun.
Also, you want to pay attention with these PBZ services I mentioned earlier. It's possible that the coaches have net breaks, so you want to fly along the coaches quickly and look if the distributed cutoff is set for any of them.
Okay, 1 second.
Or like, yeah, then you can use a flashlight as well.
I would like to see something. Why is the Quadrantensteuerung?
Electric brake
Oh yeah, the electric brake is on.
doing stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it has a cooldown, but it will turn off
Yeah.
eventually. Yeah, there it goes.
You hear that stuff and you're like, something is not right.
It's on the right, the cutoff, I think. Oh, no, isn't it?
Oh, that's the cutoff.
Oh, that is. Yeah, okay, sorry, I was just stupid. Yep. That's open, that's good. Ah, that one's
no.
closed. That one you will have to pull the release handle. If it doesn't let you interact, then it's closed because that's people use that to cheat in the, I think, touchdown scenario it was in the original DLC because they could just re-enable the brakes for a while. So we had
it's all
to
closed.
actually. No, the distributor.
Oh, I need to
The
pull
one
it.
you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you need to pull it. And that's like it. You can actually see in the bottom left of the screen almost the gauge that should stop moving in a few seconds.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, sorry for showing this in the dark, but these PPZ moves just happen when the high-speed line isn't as busy, which is during the day. So they try to squeeze it in late in the day or at night. So yeah, this was just during a sunset. We made the best use of the little sun we had by setting the date to June.
Okay, now we can go. No.
Just a response to someone in chat. Yeah, we do read the suggestions in the forums, but as our moderators have correctly pointed out, we try to not react or answer any of these suggestions because in our experience, a lot of the times that then builds kind of an expectation that because we reacted to it or because we said, oh, this looks cool or something, whatever, a lot of people mean, oh, this must mean this is coming, and then they are disappointed when it doesn't come or when it's not planned. So it's a bit of a passive suggestion thing. We are reading your suggestions and we're looking over them. We're using it to form our plans, but we're trying not to build up any expectations or hype to then just disappoint later on.
I remember some Dr. Life article about the entire suggestion process at one point, but I can't remember what it's called.
It was
Lamp oil?
Yeah, the process is called lamp oil. It's an article from 2 years ago. Okay.
Actually, lamp oil is the process of evaluating the suggestions. The whole process of selecting is slightly different, but it's so we do first of all we do these surveys, and then we also go through the forums, and first we need to filter anything out that's actually possible in terms of like scope and just amount of work needed, what we can do with a certain budget, and then we need to take that through lamp oil to make sure it's also wanted and needed and everything else and has synergy and works. And after all that is done, then you actually go into the detailed research process, and then you need to, and then sometimes we can't get our licenses, or sometimes certain stuff just doesn't work out. We can't get a recording trip for a certain loco. So lots of things. There are many hundreds of hours spent into planning, and then something doesn't work, and then you we do the same thing again. Never mind.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I think we showed off the shunting enough.
Okay.
We can move on to something else.
Okay.
Actually, I'd leave the decision up to you if you want to just pick a Kafka service of your choice during the day.
Yeah, let's. What was the alternative?
The alternative would have been that I tell you one Kafka service.
Oh, yeah, just tell me one.
Because it's the same one we already did on this German stream, so
Yep.
that's why I could have just let you pick a different one.
Oh, okay, let's just go. Let's do this one. Or is this the one you did on stream?
No, I did 1986.
Okay. Why not? Let's do autumn. I wanna do autumn. Okay. Let's start.
You might notice as well with the stopping position, this was also a thing that William spent time on. He actually looked up because the Kassel Würzburg route actually doesn't have that set up, the automatic stop boards that just if you show, you can just select go to station, it actually stops at the correct position along the platform. There's one set up for the route, so actually place the train stop positions manually. You can actually see like right now the IC is closer to the stairs at the back of the platform instead of at the very front, like it was always the case with the ICE services on the original timetable.
Everything else should be set up, right?
Also P is off. I still probably need to do the air valve, I think. Behind you, the cabinet. Yes. and then train data, of course. That's why we have 3 minutes now.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, we got
918 should be correct.
918 is correct. We are. This is actually correct.
Yeah, should be.
I think this auto
Oh
generates.
yeah, true. You yeah,
when
because you have
when expert mode is
off.
off. Yeah.
I'm so used to it being on that I totally forgot it does that.
Yeah, for the stream I wanted to show it normally. The horn test is very important, especially at 5 in the morning. If you're in an area where lots of people live, you always need to test your horn.
Some of the scenarios do force safety systems on, like the interference one has some LZB interactions, so of course it forces LZB on. So, but especially in interference, you're quite guided. So I hope that even the more unexperienced, I don't want to call them really unexperienced, more casual players also can find their way through these challenges.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet.
What is actually our problem?
Should just be the brake again.
Yeah, and the AC is broken.
What else is new?
Oh, your ZS is still off. The classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the next expert loco.
You are such a tease.
I don't understand why JD always gets all the bullshit for like leaking stuff and all the memes. Where we have like Lukas little teasing goblin like
I don't know. I'm allowed apparently. It's always a bit sad, like that the this is only for the diesel locos, right? The step counter.
Well, anything that happens to send that data,
Yeah.
which is diesel locos, for example.
Classic Lukas. After forgetting the hardships of making this route now, after like 2 or 3 years, I like this route now.
Stockholm syndrome.
Someone asked if why we didn't fix the bug of ESRB instantly activating. That isn't a bug, that's intentional game design. Because actually, usually you would take over from a driver that just came off route. But because you know, if that drive doesn't happen in DSW, you just load in and then you have a deactivated cab. If you then put the reverse and forward, you know, it should actually just have no LZB, of course. But if we then remember that journey the other driver did off-world, and if we took over an already active cab, that's like specifically for like Kassel prelims important that the LZB is already on, so it would be a bit odd departing from
Otherwise,
the LZB
you
off.
would need to drive onto exactly this spot roughly. No further, the next tunnel, until LZB activates, and it's like, it's just not how it would be in reality.
Yeah.
And obviously on this route we get to stretch the legs of the cab car too. I mean, we have had a small fast section on Frankfurt-Fulda for the timetable there, but get to drive a lot faster and a lot longer here. So in this pack you get obviously a new timetable. You get 5 scenarios, which are partly quite long, so you get quite a lot of gameplay. There's a lot of work that went into that.
The long route gives you long scenarios, yes.
Yeah. It just opens up more possibilities for all the work that went into the 101 Expert. So we hope that people enjoy that.
Just did the math of Boop's overview sheet.
Yeah.
And it's just under 6 hours of like playtime if you play all the scenarios.
Yeah, maybe don't do all of them in one sitting.
Well, unless you're a real fan.
You do need to time travel once though, because the like I mentioned earlier, one scenario is an outlier. One scenario doesn't play in 2018 like the rest of the DLC. One of them, hope you didn't hear that bang just now. One of them is in 2026 in the future actually, because as the 101 and intercity coaches disappear from service in real life, some of them are likely like foreseen to be kept as emergency rescue stock. Like this, just have a local hold coaches. That's just useful to have. So there's one scenario in the future where you have more ICs or multiple units running around and less local hold stuff, but still you're one 101 driver that's gonna help out with the situation.
This comes out tomorrow, so not far away.
Less than 24 hours away.
And obviously, I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah, just quickly, 10 a.m. British time for consoles, and 6 p.m. again British summer time for Steam.
Yeah, and obviously we are very as always with TSG, we are very active on the forums. So if you have feedback or anything, please tell us. So yeah.
As soon as the add-on releases, I will create a feedback thread on the forums. So please use that to report any issues you find, or if you have positive feedback, if you want to give some positive feedback to the team, to TSG, it's also always welcome.
Okay. No, the 101 Expert is already out. This is an extra gameplay pack adding more scenarios and timetable options for Kassel Würzburg.
Yes.
We should also mention that this is like for you'll need the one-on-one expert as a separate add-on.
Yeah, you do need the one-on-one
also,
expert
yeah.
to play this. Yeah.
Yes, and Kassel Würzburg, of course. But that's
Yes.
why this pack is $9.99 instead of a higher price with the loco included.
Like we expect a lot of players to already have maybe just even one of the other required DLCs, maybe just Kassel Würzburg or just the one-on-one. So even if you do the maths, like if you add all of them together, of course it comes to being expensive, but that's not. You weren't expecting everyone to just have to see it as a must-buy. Like buy all the other routes DLCs just for this little gameplay pack. This is really just if you already enjoyed the one-on-one, which a lot of people did, or if you like Kassel Würzburg, this should offer you a lot of more fun driving for you.
Again, just as a few highlights, you have 5 scenarios, 5 long, dynamic scenarios, which is the first for Transcend World. You get 166 additional playable services, roughly 2,500 AI services, and 41 services with the expert installed. So that's the expert 101 and ESRB. That's quite a lot bang for the buck.
Oh, we're lucky here. I forgot to delete the ICE1 livery designer thing I had in there. So if a pink ICE1 drives by, I'm sorry.
You truly are a well fit replacement for Matt.
Matt needs a break sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody's quite happy that somebody else can actually drive. Oh.
Not too fast.
I most certainly wouldn't have driven as well as you have.
I'm glad that I'm not driving because I've played the play tested the scenario so much I would just speed run through and it wouldn't actually show anything off. Yeah, testing a 2-hour scenario it gets difficult when you for the test later stages.
Yeah.
But I hope it paid off. I'm really happy with how the scenario turned out.
Yep. That is the gameplay pack. I guess this is a good point to say goodbye for now.
Yeah. So is there anything, Fug, is there anything else you wanted to highlight or talk about before we call it a night?
I actually did remember one thing I forgot to mention earlier, which in the rescue scenario. We only talked about these now, like the scenery enhancements. I initially wanted to actually show some of them in the rescue scenario. There's like a few road signs around Würzburg, but I imagine that also like tomorrow you'll see enough people playing the DLC that you can like watch someone else play on YouTube and see those signs. I don't think we need to switch over to a scenario for that now.
Yeah, or just discover them for yourself.
Yeah.
When you play the gameplay pack tomorrow.
Good.
Once it releases.
Lukas, one last thing, if you want, you can quickly peek at the journey mode and then we can call it a night.
Yeah, true.
Yep, wrong menu. Rail journeys.
Yeah.
Back. Yes. It's yep, that one.
So you got raindrops on my cab. Fast in the Führerstand.
That's.
That's
I'm
I'm
very. I'm so glad we did that. All right, whoever came up with the name for these chapters needs a raise.
Okay, I'm asking William for more percentage of
Yeah.
the Vin Diesel would be proud.
Yeah, the VMZ 140 stuff. That's just also like the irregular stuff. So if you're like the cold start and stuff, that's your chapter then. Yeah.
Yep. Sweet. I mean, I guess we can. What's the one with the camera? That's the first one, right?
Interference.
Interference. I guess we can put that on and then say goodbye.
Also, the red scenario difficulty you just saw with, especially with evacuation, isn't a lie. We did get a ticket saying the scenario was impossible because that's the one you need to stop within 1 meter of position. So, yeah.
Ah, look at that. Pure cinema, as the kids would say.
Together with your trainer, you have taken over IC 1972 at Frankfurt am Main Hauptbahnhof on this stormy April Friday. You two are about to arrive at Fulda, from where you will continue on to Kassel Wilhelmshöhe.
Who's that guy?
No idea. Yeah, the last days have been like this in Germany. This exact weather.
Here too. Which was nice. After 38 degrees.
No, actually, in Munich there was a flooding warning for the River Isar. Just a little bit. Just the lowest lowest warning, but still. And if you look to your left, this is the one scenario where you actually have someone else accompany you, and then, yeah, there's a bit of more, some explanation for free. Because we didn't want to do the embodied narrator outside of just the intro and outro for the scenario, so usually the cap is silent unless you start a call, but here you have some explanations going on.
Yeah. Okay, then. Let's say goodbye. I'm gonna put the cameras back on. Give me a second.
Let me know when that's the case.
And I will put the cameras back on now. Hello.
Hello again.
Yeah. Yeah. We hope you will enjoy this. And thanks for coming, Fabian. Well, and Fabian, as you know, in the community. And yeah, we hope to see you more here in the coming years.
If the chance comes up, I will appear again.
Yeah, Jan, it's your stage.
Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. As you can see, this is a very densely packed gameplay pack with a lot of things to do. It releases tomorrow for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, as well as Steam. And while Lucas is breaking the law in the background, oh, you can't see that because of the overlay. Never mind. Where was I? Yeah, releases tomorrow for Gen 9 and Steam. And oh yeah, remember the PlayStation summer sales where you can get some of the DLCs for up to 90% off, as well as the base game, the special edition and the deluxe edition for up to 80% off, and the Xbox Ultimate Games sale, which runs until tomorrow, where the base game, the standard edition, the deluxe edition, and the special edition are also 80% off. That'll do it for us for tonight. Thanks again, Lukas and Fook, for joining me and for running the show. And I will see everyone else later. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.